And hello everyone. Welcome back to the randomizer Blackout D tournament. Today we have a match in the losers bracket between Tremen and Jason on orange team versus Tim and homothety on navy team. I'm Vale, and joining me on commentary is Masochist. Hi Maso.
Hello, Val. So today we have two very good teams. Pretty much any teams that are left at this point have to be very, very good. Goals that could be a problem on the board. Nightmare King Grim requires Grim Child. King Station Stag could be a problem. Tame Trampas possibly. Those are the
See,
biggest ones that I think could be issues.
the racers are all ready, so we will count them down. Yeah, they should start moving as soon as possible. I think what is very interesting about this board is that probably the two scariest random obtains, the Grim Child and the King Station Stag, are both hideable. You can
Yes,
just pick up the King Station Stag and not ride it, and the enemy will not know you have Grim Child until you've marked NKG.
that's true.
To see the runners start moving, it's very interesting to see two starts that are not crossroads and two generally difficult starts. You have the City
Yes.
Storm start and the Right Fog Canyon.
Yeah, two of the most brutal starts in Rando.
And Jason gets a Crossroads tag at the simple key. This is out of logic, but with how good Crossroads is, you might just want to follow this out of logic.
Agreed. Especially with the fact that your teammate is going to have all of green path and logic to work with. So they're probably going to find some sort of movement to put that crossroads stag in logic.
Yeah, however, Tim has tried to go for the skip earlier and failed it, so Tim will not have this Crossroads tag. So because of this, we will probably see some divergence, at least on that side.
And not unless he gets it back on the way back down, which there's definitely a chance of.
Yeah, I think it might even be optimal to always do the simple key on the way down, because you don't have
Yeah.
10 enemies, or you can just get wings at third snag, and
Or you could
then,
do that. And
yeah,
that would put the crossroads stag in logic, wouldn't it?
yeah, I suppose it would. So raids at autopilot have been seen from homothety, who is going towards raids apparently. Interesting play. I suppose you might as well. You don't want to isolate these tracks. Also, Palm, please start the timer. Yeah, we do see runners on both teams going into crossroads. That is going to be Shriek at Shop's Totem.
Yeah.
Very, very early damage. You love to see it.
I'm very curious to see if any of the city players will try to skip to right side city. Because if that access ends up being King Station Stag, you could hide it that way.
Yes, that would be a very interesting play, definitely. Though maybe not this early. This early, you definitely want to focus on crossroads or green pot. But we know for a fact that all of these runners know the skip, and if they feel it's good, they will go for it. We see Tremen decided to go to Queen Station before continuing into Green Pot. We will see now if homothety makes the same decision. Meanwhile, Tim is going to be checking shops and try to catch some charm costs and items.
King
Oh,
Station
King
Stag at
Station.
Salubra and Dash at the Crossroads Acid Totem.
Oh, that is so forgettable.
That is very forgettable. If Tremen doesn't go back and grab that quickly, that could be a problem for Orange.
Yeah, and also you're used to getting that with Ismas from crossroads. Warping to set start and getting it from the bottom is very, very hard to think about.
Yeah.
This is a huge props to homothety for this. And homothety even continuing as far as to get the archives bench. Yeah, I suppose I like this. If you're doing right side for Kenyan anyway, might as well get this bench now.
Yeah.
And I suppose Navy team have the advantage of having dash and knowing at this point it doesn't really matter what you do because you are going to do it efficiently.
Yeah.
You are no longer hunting desperately for anything. See, Hamotti
It's
did
like
in fact
Tremen might be going on his way to that dash.
very nice. Yeah. Good heads up play by both teams to get this early.
Yeah.
Team checking the next two shops. See if there's anything interesting here. Another dash. And a shaman for two. That is a very nice Zelda, and out of nowhere, that brilliant play for early dash became almost irrelevant.
Yeah. That is assuming Shade Cloak. And there's Grimchild
In Mount.
in Ancestral Mound.
Yeah, I suppose these random obtains are not going to be all that interesting. I suppose we can still hope for Grubsong Elegy.
Yeah, there's a couple that could still be interesting. Grubsong Elegy, Trampass. Even Buyout GG if... Also, Dive at Grubs. I didn't catch how many. I think it's 14.
Yeah, I think it was 14. And the Cyclone as well, as Chad is saying. Maybe we catch it. Maybe we catch it on Jason's stream when they go there.
Jason already went there. They went at basically the exact same time.
Oh, okay.
That's some expensive charms.
You see now what two nail upgrades just in shops. The seed being very nice with both damage and movement.
Leg Eater for the refund, and not much else.
Yep.
Tim on his way to Moloch. With a Bishreek, this is going to be extremely fast.
Yes, should not have any problem with any boss really. Until you get to stuff like Hornet 2, which does not want to be shrieked ever.
Yeah.
And Hamatati going towards Mantis Village is an interesting play. Suppose you might as well.
I don't necessarily hate this play here. As it turns out, the player, like with this split, the Green Path player is going to run out of stuff to do relatively quickly, it seems like. Compared to the City / Crossroads player.
Yeah, that's a very good point. And not like there's anything too good to go into after Green Pot.
Yeah.
Suppose probably your best plan is to repo, go into Deep Nest.
Yeah,
or I guess Shade Skip to Cliffs, maybe.
White Frag, and there's another dive at Mantis Claw. So that Mantis Village play paying off for homothety.
Yeah, very nice indeed. Not having to rush the grubs right now.
Yeah, we could see Shade Cloak access to QG, as Chad is pointing out. That would be a very interesting play. And not
Yes,
one I
and
honestly dislike, given that Madam Moss Prophet is on the board.
and that could also be a logical claw location.
Yes.
At this point, that's what you are thinking of. You can get to almost anywhere on the map, but most of those are out of logic. So your main priority is, where could our logical claw be? Yeah, QG is a good play.
Tim, please.
What even is them? Oh, it's going
Tim
for
is-
glowing womb.
Yeah, Tim was going for Glowing Womb.
I respect it. Sadly, it did not work out apparently. Now, did anyone in chat catch the maximum amount of grub cost for anything? Because all grub fodder checks is a goal. Homothety also chilling on 1 HP.
Yeah.
This team
Oh,
Navy
this
like
was
live
this
life
was
on
right
the edge.
after Mantis Lords, so
Which you need to pogo to get the checks. This pogo is not very fun to do on 1 HP. Yeah, Homothety looking for some soul, I suppose?
chat pointing out Swim was behind MMC, so that actually prevents that skip up to over right side city.
Oh yeah, very good point. Although, with this King Station at Salubra, you are no longer worried about that. It's not worth hiding. It's going to be get taken sooner rather than later.
Agreed.
Let me see. Grubsong Elegy was marked by one of the teams, apparently.
Yeah, by Tremen and Jason.
Don't see it in the recent items.
There
Oh,
it
I guess
is.
there's a bit of
And there's
delay.
Crystal Heart as well at City of Tears Rafters seal.
This could have just been the first horizontal of the seed, even. Interesting. Yeah, none of the Storm's player elected to go down.
Yeah.
I guess we see some divergence with Tremen deciding to do upper green pot.
Also, we
And-
already have King Soul on Orange's side.
Yeah, that was a
I'm
nail
wondering
sprint.
if Voidheart could end up being important this seed. That would be content.
That could be. Yeah, there could be a plot with Voidheart.
Yeah. With that King
And the
Station
runners
stag.
already have enough charms for it.
Yeah.
I thought that was 70. May have remembered wrong. So an RG stag in green pot, found by Tremen. Yeah, now we have a lot of access to a lot of different places now.
Yeah.
Sadly, no Isma's tier for the Shape of Fun, which everyone loves. I'm sure it will happen soon.
I mean, it's also required.
Tim is equipping Grim Child. Are we seeing a very early Grim fight? With
We
MTG
could.
on the board, this makes complete sense.
Yeah. And especially with Shriek.
Yeah, I think I like this play. Especially if Tim didn't upgrade his nail yet. To benefit from lower HP Grim, this is a very, very smart play.
Yes.
So I do think I might like Jason's play a bit more going into Edge. Because the earlier you find Claw, the better. And
Mind you, that's
Edge is
assuming
very
that
dense.
Navy has enough charms for that King Station stag. We don't know if they do yet.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep, there's that nail upgrade from Tim.
Yeah, upgrading in the Grim fight. This is a very, very clever strat.
Yeah.
Yeah, for those wondering about that, the HP of Grim gets set when you start the fight. Then if you upgrade your nail in the fight, it will no longer gain extra HP. Yeah, Tim doing a very good job on Overcharm Grim, not taking many hits, not putting himself at any risk.
Yeah.
I hope I did not curse him. That was really not my intent. Yeah, it looks to be a very clean fight, start to finish.
Yeah. Most definitely.
Well, how does homothety see anything in this green part?
That's a
I
good
feel like
question.
this would be unplayable for anyone else. It's just impressive that he can do this. Just some essence at Grim.
Yeah.
So this being our first essence, this might incentivize... Well, it would incentivize Navy to go to RG if Navy had the RG stack. But homothety has not picked it up yet.
That's true. Although they do have dive, so we could see that play.
And
And
we
it looks
actually
like,
are seeing that play from Tremen.
yeah,
Interesting. Or no? No, just getting Milo
no,
Totem.
Jason just getting Mile Totem, yeah. 6-notch Spell Twister, gross.
Not even killing Milo on the way. Unacceptable. Okay, Navy finds that
Let's
Brock
just agree
song
to
at
disagree
Acid
on that one.
Bridge.
And Orange getting the Crossroads and Fog Canyon Grub Skull right away. I don't hate this if given that dive is at Grubs, but it also tells your opponent that C-Dash is accessible very early. Start locations were East Fog Canyon and City Storm Stag.
I think showing the C-Dash is not a big deal with how obvious it is and how on the way to everything it is. It's extremely unlikely anyone misses it. And the dive is extremely important, so rushing it is definitely the correct play. Meanwhile, Team executing the C-Pix Dark Room very nicely. homothety executing my entire game is a Dark Room very nicely.
Yeah. Tim checking Crystallized Mound.
Yeah, I think
and we
these are
seeing,
new checks.
Yeah. We're also seeing new checks from Tremen. Like, we're seeing new checks everywhere except from homothety right now. C-Dash was at the Raptor Seal by Lem. And there's that Resting Ground Stag from homothety. I'm sure Tim is not super happy about that.
I mean, Tim did get some good checks on the way.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he knew or not, but he hit the hazard respawn. When you just bow with the spikes and wings, even if you don't make it up there, you get the hazard respawn in C-Mount. I think he got it by mistake here.
And there's Elegy from C-Mount. So Hornet having the last white fragment, I believe.
I think that's the one Orange got. I don't think Orange would have skipped Hornet. Oh, and Tremen going for Lucky Skip. This is very nice with dash rates.
Yeah.
Or I guess giving up after failing it once. Never mind.
Stagna Stag from Edge.
No, chat is right. Chat is right, yeah. So we do know 3 very early fragments. Chat is saying Tremen didn't bow to Mossy Prophet. This might be intentional.
It
Like,
might.
Tremen might be hiding deepness in case there's something in there.
It might, but that is certainly an interesting decision.
Well, with QG corny for bench and left key not checked yet, you will come back there at some point. So this will not lose them any time. Jason summoning the hoppers. Love to see it. My favorite way of getting soul there.
Shade
Also
Soul.
kills one for their call.
Shade Soul is at. Oh, there's Lantern in resting grounds. Shade Soul is at the Seer.
Very nice. And actually, do we have a dream nail? I think we might not have a dream nail yet.
I do not believe we do.
There probably is one in resting grounds, right? There's always a dream nail in resting grounds.
Free long nail is nice, and Tram Pass getting marked by orange.
Interesting. It's funny how the board on our restream is not early, but the board on the actual stream is early.
Yeah. And it's locked by that Shade Cloak, and Mantis Claw behind that Lantern. So, we'll see whether...
There's a very good chance Orange just, even after getting Lantern, refuses to go into Sanctuary until they have a Dream Nail for no eyes.
That's true.
It could take them a while to get that. And also, this could have just been the first vertical of the seed. If, yeah, the Fokinian players just went there immediately.
Yeah. Trampass was at Sharp Shadow. So that...
And the...
And there's that Dream Nail.
Always a Dream Nail in resting grounds. Yeah. I mean, homothety taking that wings and going straight to Fungal Core.
Yeah, I like this play. With
well, Tim finding a
Wings
different
Claw.
Dream Nail at the Deepness Vessel fragment. Okay. It seems both teams have Dream Nail now.
Yeah, it's true. Both teams did get different Dream Nails. Very interesting.
I'm ready to see 18 grubs from Team Orange. And they are really rushing this. It's nice, so they don't have to deal with this later on in the race.
Most definitely.
And Jason going straight to Markot.
Yeah, I really like this. Like, you have access. Markoth is one of the worst bosses to have an upgraded nail for. This makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
And you have Shriek.
Wait, Tim picking up the Void Heart at nail 1, giving us just another confirmation that we have seen 3 fragments. And I think Tim can check more checks than what Orange did already, so we will see something new here.
Yeah.
Sword refill. Well, new doesn't have to mean interesting.
That is true.
And Tim going to be picking up that Sida shortly, assuming he doesn't go into Sanctum instead.
Yeah, that's definitely an assumption to make, though.
Yeah, oh, actually, Tim already went to Nailsmith. Might be hard to remember to go down here. Shopkey from Homothety. Somewhere in Upper Edge. Oh no, that was at the K entrance relic, it seems. Jason going to mark 0 and 2 Dream Warriors at the same time. Very,
Yep. First one
very
being
nice
Markov.
routing. Yeah.
2 Dream Warriors, 3 goals. That is efficiency.
Yeah. No, so shoutouts to Team Orange for getting all these goals and remembering all of them. I love it.
Yeah.
And yeah, the board feels very scary until you realize that Orange can do everything that was marked. Except, I suppose, the Volcanian Grub, because Tim did go into Sanctum. Yeah, I really hope this C-Dash doesn't end up being like an hour in for Team Navy. That would just feel a bit sad.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I hope Orange find a claw at some point in the near future. So far, it's
Yeah,
an interesting balance.
Yeah, Orange has been doing a good job knocking out goals and not falling too far behind on checks. But that's not going to last very long if they don't find that claw.
Oh, and Tremen now going to Galen, I think. A bit hard to see.
Yeah, this
It
is
does seem to
Galeon.
be Galen. When was that Lantern event? That was in Lightnest, wasn't it?
Lantern was... No, I don't believe it was in Light Deep Nest.
Oh, it was in Resting Grounds. Jason just picked it up. Oh, that was just a Dream Shield. Fair enough. Oh, and only now I notice there's a full Shade Soul in Resting Grounds. With a VS at the RG Totem and a Shade Soul at CR.
Yep.
Blue apparently quite a bit behind on Grubs, only at 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is some time that was spent by Orange that will come back to reward them later. Is that Soul Tyrant right then? Suppose you have Shriek Shaman.
Yeah. You've Shriek Shaman, Dash. Jason about to pick up Dreamgate.
Yeah, that will be very nice to obtain.
Yeah.
It seems like Tim is very confident in this Soul Tyrant, playing it very well. That was a very quick first phase.
Yeah, with Tremen being in Dark Deep Nest without Claw, especially, this is quite nice.
Yeah, getting that Lantern helps a lot for Tremen.
And there's our first simple key of the seed in Weaver's Den.
Our first simple key. That is insane. Yeah, I would like to see Team Orange continuing with the Lantern checks after doing this. See a Jonies and a Sanctuary getting their claw. So I suppose Deepness may also just be the play because of the 5 drops goal.
And there's our second simple key of the seed in Sanctum.
And 2 is really all you need. And a dupe C dash for Blue Team in Sanctum. I guess they are free to forget about Rafters. Also a QG Slag, which is always convenient to have.
Yes, most definitely.
Jason making his way to, or their way to Kalu. I don't think we've seen Coliseum's checks yet.
I don't believe so either. And there's the dupe wings.
Yeah, I think that's the wrong vertical dupe that we are interested in. Tremen putting a Dreamgate outside Beast then because of lack of claw.
Yeah. And
Meanwhile,
that's
Distant
just
Village.
mean.
That's
Distant
amazing.
Distant Village Stag at the totem outside Beast Den. That's just rude.
And this is why sometimes it's worthwhile to just walk there. Yeah, Navy may spend a lot of time greeting for that one.
Yeah. Although it's also possible if they don't, given that Deep Nest Grubs is on the board. We'll see.
Yeah, we will see. I guess there are quite a bit of goals they could be doing right now. The Dermot Civic Elevator as a play into pick I would not hate to see by any of the teams. I don't think upper CPX has been checked by anyone.
I believe that is indeed the case.
Jason doing King's Arena, which I also think is our new track. Funny as that is. And once again, I ask myself the question, has anyone checked Dome Journal? I think somebody went that way, but they may not have had dive at that point.
Yeah, I don't believe Gome journal entry has been checked. Alright, we're seeing an early failed champ from Tim.
Yep. With 3 Shrieks and Shaman Stone, you insta-stagger. So they should be fine. Assuming Tim decides to actually Shriek. There we go.
That's where the last white fragment was it GG?
Yes. I think we did see something at 15x at GG, and that matters because we do need to get all of them.
That is correct.
A goal. I mean, homothety is doing the CPIC play. You'll love to see it. While Jason is in waterways. Also completely new area.
Yep.
And with NKG on the board, going to Junk Pit and getting that bench is very nice.
Yes, absolutely. Although I think it was Tim that did Grim already, correct?
Oh yes, you are correct with that. But it's Jason is on the other team who's going there, so it doesn't matter. Dreamgate near Dock to equip the Defender's Crest. You'll love to see it.
You really do.
And I think it was Tremen and Jason's last race, maybe, which had to go there. Or was it Tim and Homothety's? I don't remember. No, I think the payload was at 15x.
Yeah, there was something at 14, and I think there was also something at 15.
Tim also doing the 0 now. Is they're following on Jason's path.
You're starting to see blue catching up on goals, and orange still not going to Stone Sanctuary. Which, with Dreamnail and all this equipment, I'm surprised that you don't.
I definitely understand it. There's so many better checks to do than no eyes.
And King's Brand from, I believe it was from Shopkey. Yeah, so the dream of something being an abyss is still alive.
Yeah, definitely. I could see a Lurian there. What is Tremen's C-Dash? Looked like a tornado. It was so cool. And why did he open the elevator without being able to continue to CP? It's a different question.
I think the plan for them is just for Jason to do C-Peak.
I guess that would make sense. And with Tremen finishing King's Boss, might as well do the elevator.
Chat bringing up a good point. If something is in Abyss, that's going to hurt Orange quite a bit because Shopkey was claw locked.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So, yeah, claw locked stuff will annoy Orange a lot anyway. This is not a board you can finish without claw. For you can do NKG, I think, without claw, but you cannot get the second Lord Tablet in City.
There's a Woken Dream now
And the
in
dash
Chunk Pit.
slash. Yeah, Jason is getting that Hall of Gods bench for NKG. Good on them for remembering it. Actually, wait,
I
you
don't
can't
think they
get this
can. Yeah, I don't think you can get this without claw.
and realizes. They can get this bench though. So that is good enough. I was actually unaware of this hard save. That's good to know for future races. And Tremen is in Sanctuary. Okay, we are getting Claw very soon from Orange.
Yes.
And Hera at the Waterways Mask Shard. I think that is the second dimmer we've seen.
Yeah, Queen Station Stag was at Monument.
No Eyes being a bully, as is customary. Nobody likes No Eyes. But Tremen does get through the fight.
Yeah. What was first streamer?
What?
I believe that.
Wait. That was Mantis Claws at No Eyes and No Eyes Mask Shard.
What a seed. What a seed.
What is this?
I just want everybody to know that I picked the seed, typed in a random number, and when I was asked to pick the seed, and this is what happened.
We are all proud of you, Masto. All of chat, I'm sure, thanks you.
That is the content we love to see.
It's very lucky that both teams remember to do this, and now both teams have full movement.
Yes.
And they're just 3 checks apart from one another. So I don't think any team is significantly far ahead or behind. Orange may be a bit ahead even, with having done the grubs and also having the Trampas random update.
Possibly. Trampas was at Sharp Shadow. And that's a death from Tim. That's not good.
No, I was not looking. Where did he die?
I think in Fluke Munger Room.
Oh, that is understandable.
Yeah, without opening the shortcut too. That's yikes.
Yeah, I think with Shriek you should always Shriek the Bellfly and the upper ceiling and then break the shortcut. Always. It's Tim looking for the shade probably. I have no idea where the shade spawns in this room.
And we're seeing the Palace play from Tremen.
That is quite an interesting play. It's a very early White Palace, 35 minutes in.
It certainly is. Homothety, meanwhile, working on Lost Kin.
Yeah, Lost Kin is a goal, so makes sense. Them finding just their team's second Dream Nail here in Junk Pit.
Yes, I don't believe they have the one at Deep Nest Vessel Fragment yet.
Yet that would make sense with them not having the Trampas.
Yeah.
They've just never done Light Nest. They will hopefully do it when they go for the 5 grubs in Deep Nest. I'm also a bit surprised that we see White Palace before Watchers though.
I agree.
Especially with King Station stacks, either player could have done them.
Yes, with King Station Stag, this is an unusual play.
Tim doing Dung Defender. Supposed to be a very relaxing boss to fight. I say as Tim drops 2 HP.
Dung Defender is a fight that is relaxing,
Oh god
but
damn.
almost too relaxing.
Tim is gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Having to take this very slow is a bit annoying, and not having dive at the end, or not having soul for dive at the end, is also going to be a bit annoying. So far, no interesting checks in Palace. Although I guess we haven't gotten to Path of Pain yet, which is the dense part of Palace.
Yeah.
Yeah. See a collector's map below Dung Defender. Just in case Tim and homothety didn't know where the grubs are, because they are a bit behind on them, they can now find them.
And we're seeing the Ismus Grove play from Tim. First time we've seen this.
Yeah, might as well continue. If you've done Dung Defender, it's always good to continue to right side.
And there's the last Dream Nail at the Broken Bridge relic in Basin.
Yeah, that was very nice. No team will be getting blocked from White Palace. Still, we haven't seen any Ismas, which is weird because Ismas
Jason
generally
just
show
kill
up
a
really
maggot.
early.
I'll have to chew them out after this race.
I've not noticed.
And there's Elevator Pass at Isma's tier.
Yeah, very interesting check, and although it's not required, it reminds them of these two checks. The Zero Totem and the Blue Lake Egg.
Yeah.
Very nice to not isolate easy checks. Sees just a totem at 0 and warps out. See. Oh, speaking of Isma's tier, that is at the Marmot Totem. And now we can finally pick up the Lurian in Shape of One.
It's like, what are you talking about? It's definitely a Void Tendrils journal entry.
I suppose, yeah. There's 2 good options and only 1 random obtain. Yeah, actually, other than finding 2 Dreamers, including Lurian, aren't both teams just in go mode? Suppose they're looking for eggs. They still need to do some checks for that.
I think both teams need 1 Wanderer's Journal. Though I'm not sure if there were any in shops.
There's no way you don't get that goal from shops.
But yeah. Yeah, blue does still need their Tram Pass.
Oh, so interesting. Wait, they were in Deep Nest though. They picked the Dream Nail up in Deep Nest. I guess they just skipped.
No, they
Tram
didn't.
Pass.
They did not pick up that Dream Nail and Deep Nest. They picked up a different one.
Oh, unfortunate. They may be punished if they're doing all their checks in areas that are not near their goals. Like, they've done almost none of Deep Nest with 5 Deep Nest grubs on the board.
Yeah.
And finally we see the White Palace play by Tim. Or not the White Palace, the Watcher Knights play, which I really like. Homothety probably going to get lucky and bow to the Mossy Prophet.
Yeah, this could be that Deep Nest play from Navy that we've been looking for.
Yeah. Very, very good plays by both people on the blue team right now.
Tram Pass being at Sharp Shadow means that you can't rely on the tram to get over to right side of Deep Nest.
That's a very good point. And yeah, so far, the White Palace play from Orange really not paying off at all. Just nothing. See, Chad mentioned the love key somewhere in White Palace, so maybe that ends up being relevant, but
I mean,
that is
even
doubtful.
was the first check in White Palace.
Oh, wow. I guess the only new checks we are seeing right now are the Path of Pain checks and the Watcher's rewards.
Yes.
And yeah, unlike the any percent tournament going on, our Watcher fights are a lot easier to have shade spells.
That is true. Orange did get burned by an early White Palace yesterday, having dive. So that could still be in their minds.
Oh yeah, that is a point that did happen. And Tremen now at the final room in POP, so by far the longest. And any hazard respawn you take here just hurts a lot. Oh, are we getting a first try? Looks that way. And Lurian behind Watchers. That is perfect.
Paging homothety.
Yeah. Well, it's not completely vanilla, so you can't get punished too much. I wonder if you want to hide the lore tablets as blue.
Yeah, I think you do if you're...
I love to see it. The Dreamgate placed here.
Yeah. Very smart from Navy.
At this point, well, there's only one possibility. You know that Orange has not done Watchers yet. And if you want to rely on the fact that maybe they just wait until they find Lurian to do Watchers, you can just make them waste a lot of time.
Yeah. Also, Tim not picking up... Oh. Okay, I see. Yeah, I just realized why Homothety got that Queen Station stag from Monument earlier, and B, why Tim didn't just get this Lurian check, because 2 Dreamers checks is on the board.
Oh. Interesting, yeah. Fair enough. Hey, Tim hiding 2 goals with that Dream Nail. Very nice.
I will say, I don't think I've ever seen 2 goals being hidden by the same play.
Yeah, it is very heads up. I like it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Tremen and Jason about to mark 2 Dreamers checks and not obtain the Lurian. It's gonna be very funny for Blue Team to see. We are going to see the Bertha play. Although, sadly, I don't think GPZ can be that interesting.
Tremen, you do need to pick that up for the check. For the goal.
Interesting. I mean, they were going to do Lurian anyway at some point. So it's not such a big deal with Jason picking up the Hera.
Yeah.
And both Dreamers checks do not have to be done by the same runner. They are shared. Generally, every goal that says check or get the check or obtain are shared.
Yes.
And Tremen going towards Palm Relic, I presume. I assume everything else in Fungo has been done already.
And Palm Relic having Monoman.
Oh, Orange is in a very good position right now. Orange is in go right now, aren't they? Just need
Orange
random X and journals. Oh god. Oh god.
So this quote unquote mistake from Tremen might actually end up saving them.
I mean, no, because the two Lord Tablets in City are there anyway. And they will have to defeat Watchers at some point.
Point taken.
Hopefully sooner rather than later, because this feels like such an odd way to lose.
Yeah.
And we got the Watchers copy pasta in the chat. Extremely fitting right now, honestly.
Most definitely.
It's like completely perfect. Like, come on, Tremen, you're an any percent runner. You want to do Watcher Knight for Luri. Just do it. You've done it so many times. Instead, going towards Lost Skin. I don't hate that. That is a goal I have to mark at some point.
Yeah. And yep, Trampass at Sharp Shadow from Navy. So what does Navy need for go?
A Dreamer at the very least, because they do not have the mana one at Palm Relic, I don't think. And I think it might just be the Dreamer.
Yeah.
But,
And
well, we
then
don't know how many eggs there are, because 15 out of 20 eggs is quite a lot.
it is. Yeah, could
I
be
suppose
rancid eggs.
21 eggs. Yeah.
And there's that Duke Dream Nail.
Yeah, I wonder if Navy will be baited by White Palace, which we know will be a waste of time. I think they might be. When it's this late into the run, you probably don't have many dense areas left to do.
Yeah. And it's true. White Palace did have a few rancid eggs.
Yeah, very good point. White Palace might actually be required just because of rancid eggs. Yeah. I think cliffs are new checks from Jason. Don't think we've seen any of this. Going here to banish the troop.
I don't think we've seen this either.
Did anyone in chat manage to catch how many eggs either of the team are on? It's a bit hard to see on our resolution.
It looks like orange might just be at 9.
God.
Okay.
Yeah,
Navy is at 12.
and I'm not sure if that's just my eyesight being bad, but it looks like somehow Navy got 20 checks up on orange.
No, it's not your eyesight being off. That is indeed a 20 check difference. And I think that's what that early claw does.
Yeah, it's a bit weird because they were equal on checks when orange got claw.
I mean,
I suppose they had to leave a lot of checks stranded behind, and those checks left behind maybe what's costing them.
exactly. Yeah, Tim going and banishing.
And yeah, Palace play as well is relatively slow.
It was orange that did Palace, no?
Yes. And that's why we assume they are behind.
Oh, that's right.
Tremen going to hopefully kill Myla? Probably not, I would like to see a Myla kill. And Duke Dreamer in Pleasure House.
Okay,
That's huge.
Yeah, that is huge. And Navy has a decent number of simple keys, so I think there's a better chance they find that than that they find Monoman.
Yeah, definitely. Oh no, Navy is the one that has 1-on-1. No?
I don't believe so.
Or is it Orange that has just all of them?
Yeah, because Orange is looking for Lurian, Blue is
Oh
looking for
yeah.
Dreamers.
Oh yeah, Orange is just looking for the Lurian.
Speaking of
Okay.
which, Jason is headed up towards Watchers, it looks like.
Very, very nice play. A bit late, but does not seem to affect too much if they're still hunting for eggs. And also, Orange has done all the crop fodder checks, which is a
Yes.
time investment. And I
I'm
assume
not
that also
sure.
contributes to goal difference or check difference.
Grubs, I believe, are actually counted in the locations checked because they're shared between players.
Oh, right. Right, they might be. I'm not sure if Orange is ahead.
Yeah, it depends on how many grubs Blue has.
And on how many rancid eggs Orange has. I think that's the bigger deal.
Yes. And only a double mask shard on. Disappointing.
Yeah, that's quite unfortunate. See them also doing the Cliffs play, banishing Grim while on the way. Well, homothety going for Shio, which is a new check.
Yeah, interesting.
I suppose you don't even care about new checks. We've seen everything we care about. Yeah, now Jason getting the Lurian and realizing they've been tricked a bit by the enemy team.
Yeah.
Now, there's no reason to hide this when you're Jason.
Yep,
You
and
know the other team is here.
yeah, and Tim is going and getting that last city lore tablet. That's correct. Blue has not been to Abyss. So if we see a lot of rancid eggs down there, that could matter.
And I don't understand why they wouldn't go there. It's quite a dense place.
Agreed.
And they do have everything they need, including Void Heart to skip the lever.
Orange has everything they need for TE. Blue is missing one Dreamer. And we know the Dreamers they're missing are at Palm Relic and at Pleasure House.
Oh, and Homothety is now going into the Abyss. Very nice. You just have to complain about the players not doing something and they will do it.
Apparently.
Hasn't Tim been here before? I can swear he has. And I thought he got the upper bench in Junk Pit. I don't know why he's walking here.
Two rancid eggs in the Abyss already.
Oh wow. That's just 11 eggs for Team Blue. Just got it. Okay, so Orange is ahead on eggs then. Assuming chat wasn't lying earlier.
Of course, that's also assuming that Homothety wasn't the one who did Egg Shop. Or Blue. And there's another rancid egg. They're just all down here. Yeah, they have 15 total now.
Oh, okay. So they're just looking for one Dreamer.
That's correct.
Yeah. Tim went through the room below Waterway's bench 3 times in a row without opening the stupid shortcut. You hate to see it.
You really do.
Yeah, 15 is the maximum amount of X possible, so this is definitely enough.
Yeah, Kingsbrand was at Shopkey, and that was at, Edge Entrance Journal.
Yeah, which is very easy to forget for the other team. Extremely easy. guess we can see the Tim NKG fight. See how practiced he is.
And let's see what's at Pure Nail. An Arcane Egg.
Not quite what we're looking for. For
Not
once, you see
quite.
an arcane egg and think it's the wrong kind of egg.
Yep.
Okay, Tim seems to be struggling quite a bit with NKG. We'll have some time to heal here. So I think after taking so many hits in the first balloon, you might as well just reset the fight. Probably better. You're not going to do 3 stages on this HP.
So Mog, I believe, just finished up Abyss. Nothing else of value down there.
I mean, we are getting an NKG race from Jason and Tim. And Jason just went into Ascendant, really? Really, Jason? So, Pom, we're missing Dreamers at Pom Relic and at Pleasure House. And Orange has both of them, Blue has neither.
I think that Ascendant's select was an accident.
Yeah, I think it went about as well as you'd expect.
Yeah. Because that looked like damage tanking.
Yeah. Yeah, at this point, that Pom Relic is the thing that Blue Team are losing to.
Yeah, Palm Relic and Pleasure House, yeah.
And Orange are losing to not having eggs, I assume. NKG looking better on both sides in this attempt. I see as Jason gets hit.
Foul, please.
I'm not trying to, I swear.
I mean, you never try to. If you try to, it doesn't work.
Fair enough. Yeah, they're still on full HP, doing a great job here. Even gets the stagger off the balloon. Beautiful.
Palm Relic is the journal underneath Leg Eater and Tremologers.
Oh, very clean NKG by Tim in this attempt. You love to see it.
Yeah, Jason taking a death and Tim finishing off Nightmare King Grim.
Yeah,
Neither team has to be happy with the NKG performances.
Well, NKG is, I think, the one boss in the game where you can excuse chain dying to. It's by far the hardest thing you'll have to do in a rando.
I mean, I suppose it depends on your equipment.
I mean, I think on any equipment, really, it's the hardest thing. Unless you're talking about itemless full farm. And Jason also not having D-Dark is quite unfortunate. They are going for some dives and not dealing much damage with them.
Yeah. So Orange finding that is Mysteer.
It's a bit odd to commentate Blue Team because we see where we're going and we know they're going there for no reason.
Yeah, we know that they're going the wrong way, which is definitely kind of painful. And that's GG's for Jason on NKG.
Very nice.
3 Rancid Eggs to go for Navy.
No, Navy is good.
Not Navy, Orange.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know. I think like Orange is ahead now. Because Navy not only needs scrubs, but it's much easier to find Rancid Eggs than it is to find Dreamers.
Yeah.
Oh, Orange team did not have this setup before. Oh, I was not aware of this. Wait, doesn't that say 17? Oh, no, it says 12.
Navy definitely still needs to rescue Grubs. And Navy is missing a Dreamer.
I know. They had enough grubs apparently,
Well,
they just need
okay,
to
yeah.
come to Grubfather. And they did not choose to pick up the D-Dark before doing Genkiji. That is quite mean. And this is a very stressful race. Because, oh, homothety is winning. Okay, homothety is going to win the next 20 seconds.
Is headed to Palm Relic.
Yeah, I guess that's all she wrote. I seriously doubt Navy team were just chain died Radiance. Oh, 14 eggs. Hold on.
Yeah.
A bit late though.
No, Orange needs one more Rancid Egg.
Yeah, there is one annoying payload at 15 eggs. And being trolled by that is so unlikely that I can imagine they're frustrated.
Yeah.
Finds a cube Void Heart instead. Yeah, and I guess we know a lot of them are in the Abyss, which Orange doesn't even have access to, I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess in the end, the White Palace gamble may have been the difference maker. Going to White Palace and not finding, I think, almost any eggs in there must have hurt Orange. I think this is way more than just one Radiance death at this point.
Yeah.
Like maybe a death on climb would be good enough if Jason finds an answer deck right now. Oh, is it Quatopine's birthday? Yes, happy birthday to Quato.
Quado, it's called multitasking.
Tim is getting on the
And
platform
Ochek
phase.
being that last Rancid Egg for Orange.
Yeah, Orange now also in go mode, but as they will very soon realize, it's a bit late for that. Them 3 HP on climb, there should be absolutely no problem here. It's kind of hard to take 2 hits on climb.
Well, all you need is one hit to a laser and fall into the void, but it doesn't matter.
And not on this level. It doesn't happen. And yeah, GG's for Navy team. Very, very close race, very well executed. Yeah, we do see Team Orange putting up a valiant effort. Going to finish just a few minutes behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see how the true ending fight goes for Orange. Again, it should not be any problem for them. They have way too much damage. And yeah, they're just going to be yelling at THK mostly. Oh, that Shriek from Tremen looks so cool. I think all the spells and movement on Tremen look really cool. I'm curious about that skin.
Click, can we get a quick skin check.
I think it's fox skin. Like
Okay.
little fox or something. And this might actually be the closest race in the tourney. I would not be shocked if it was. Yeah, Jason already making it to second phase on Radiance. Tremen
Yeah.
still yelling in the first phase. Nice freeze there. But yeah, Radiance has 1700 HP, and one Shaman Shake deals 120 damage. So yeah, only 15 of those insta-kill Radiance. Tremen getting a bit low here, but should not matter. Yeah, they are climbing already. And Jason finished.
Okay.
I guess I will ask them if they want to join for an interview.
Yeah.
Hello. Wow, that was close.
Yeah. This was
GG.
extremely close. GG's.
GG.
Oh, I'm shaking.
When you marked buyout GG, we had 11 eggs.
Oh wow.
We were like, where did you find them all?
Yeah, we got them all in Abyss. We got like 3 in Abyss,
Oh,
I
you
think.
were right.
I
Tremen.
called it. I called it. Where was Kingsburn?
Shopkeeper key?
Shotkey.
Where was
Yes.
Shopkey?
And Shotkey was at
Entrance
the
journal.
Yep, entrance journal at Drellic.
Jason.
Oh, you mean yeah, that. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't gonna go back for that one. There were other things to check.
Did you not have claw when you went to edge?
No,
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I figured as
orange-
much. You were late to claw.
Yeah, Orange was very late to claw, comparatively speaking.
Yep.
Where was the dupe?
The Duke
It's
was
so
at no
funny.
eyes.
No.
That's incredible.
Oh my! Both
I found
Stone sank.
No Eyes first. We went there after Dreamnail, and then I went and checked the
Ooh.
mask shard, and it was also Claude. I'm like, that is so funny.
That is incredible.
Yeah, we found Claw at like 20 minutes or 15 minutes later than you.
Yeah,
I think I said during our comms that I thought you didn't have claw because otherwise you'd be doing the dream bosses and you'd be doing all those
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
goals, right?
Mm-hmm.
we
Also,
came.
did you? No, go
I
ahead.
was gonna say we came really close to losing on Dreamers because we didn't check Pleasure House and our last check was Palm Relic. Did you guys find those?
We found
or-
all four.
all
We found
four?
out for you.
Yep.
Yeah,
Found all four
but your
Void
go mode
Hearts.
was eggs.
Yep, our go mode was eggs. We had go mode when we had 9 eggs, 10 eggs. Otherwise,
Something like that.
it was literally
Oh
just
my.
looking for eggs for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
Oh, that's rough.
That
Not
is
20
still
minutes.
Not
You,
20
uh,
minutes, like 20 minutes.
did you do White Palace? Because we did and it was nothing.
We
There was
never
nothing.
Yeah,
did
we didn't.
Palace, yeah.
Yeah, that was.
We realized you hadn't marked anything, and for a while, so I was like, oh, they probably did Palace. And then we
Yeah.
found.
I
We
mean-
went to Light Deepness late, so then we found the Dream Mill there, which would have been Awoken Dream Mill. Right?
Yeah, that
To
was
be
our
fair-
first.
To be fair, part of Tremen not marking anything was like doing all of Deepness and not marking any goals.
Right.
So like,
Yeah, I did all of Deep Nest without Claw.
Yeah, that definitely
my.
hurt to watch.
What do you mean?
Knowing
Oh,
where Claw,
knowing where Claw was? Yeah. I mean, I got Lantern when I was in Deep Nest already, so I just continued into Deep Nest.
Also, our first C-Dash was Soul Sanctum and not Rafters.
Amazing.
Did you ever even come back for the one at Rafters? I don't think you did.
Yes, yeah. When I went to sell to Lem, I did
Yeah.
Rafters.
We're getting instructions from our restreamer to wish everyone happy birthday today.
Happy
What?
birthday, everyone! I don't know whose birthday
Happy
it is, but happy birthday!
Why are we?
Whose
I don't know.
birthday is it?
It's Quado's birthday.
Oh, happy
Oh.
birthday!
Happy birthday.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I will
GG's.
say,
GG,
Tim,
literally.
very clever on hiding where
Lurian.
Lurian was.
Did it pay off? Did you fall for it? Jason?
I
I-
mean, like, we had to go
yes.
there anyways, but yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I did. I did Umu.
We did Ubu too, so
We did Ubu,
it,
yeah.
it didn't help me.
We got all
I
three.
previewed
Yeah, our
the check.
theories were Umu and, like, Peak.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, Jason, they found it later. I'm very glad I did not check. Well, I guess that's not true. I didn't get the check at Monomon, even though that was our first Dreamer location.
Oh
I'm like,
yeah.
we're gonna do the other ones anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fair
I
enough.
was confused about that.
I guess just
I had already
knowing
walked
with-
away, and I'm like, oh, I was supposed to get that. Oh, whatever.
Also, Monomon is slower than the other two Dreamers because you have to talk to Coral. I mean, it's like
don't you have to
saving
talk to
saving
Coral to, like-
seconds at that point, but
Hey,
Or-
could have mattered in this
oh.
race. Well,
Well,
I
that's
also
Rando
heard
for
both
you.
NKG. I heard both NKG fights were atrocious.
Yes, I accidentally entered Ascended NKG, then completely failed the first fight, and then, like, and the second fight was fine.
I think I died like 2 times or 3 times. I don't know.
Any questions from chat for our runners?
I'm so gonna enjoy watching this back right after.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, can't quite say see you in grand finals anymore, but good luck in grand finals.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, so for those who are wondering, as a reminder on the tournament, sadly, Jason and Tremen have been eliminated after this match. Made it really far. Congrats to you, people. Very well played. And Tim and homothety will continue through the losers bracket against an unknown opponent. You have to
Yeah.
wait for, I think, 2 matches before you get to play again.
yep.
Only.
It was only
Oh,
2
yeah.
days ago when we hadn't even lost yet.
Yeah, what
Yeah,
can
that's what
change in a
happened during
weekend?
all majors as well.
Yep. Well, good luck. You should win for us so that we can say that we lost to a good opponent.
Yes. Next
We'll do
match.
our best.
Next match Tuesday. Corner
Yep.
Blossom versus Aiden Valentin. That
That-
match is gonna be sick.
Yes,
Yeah.
that match is
Oh,
possibly the 2 best rando teams. Like, not saying the other teams are bad or anything,
Yeah, no, not at all.
but
But
Oh, making me blush, Maso. Thank you.
Hey,
And
it's
if you're
deserved.
looking for any sort of Faro Night content in a little over or a little less than 2 hours from now, we got 2 of our rando players, Apress and Kuro, racing against each other in a 90% match. That will be hype for sure.
Yep. And then look forward to any races after that. There will be plenty.
Better yet, just follow Hollow Knight community. Whenever we go live, there's something awesome happening.
true.
I guess unless anyone else has anything to add, that was it for right now. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks Maso for commentating. GG's and thanks to the racers for an amazing race and to Pom for restreaming. And I hope everyone enjoyed.
yes, I'll thank you for co-coms.
And goodbye.
Bye.